Are you guys tired of being ripped off for ink, only to have it run out on you at the worst time possible? I got just the thing for you. The Ecotank Printer. You fill the printer with ink from bottles. Let's talk about packaging. I ordered this off of Amazon. Amazon, what the heck are you doing? They just slapped the freaking label on the box and shipped it out to me. And then they left it somewhere that wasn't even on my property. And then it looks like...
The idea behind the Ecotank printer is that we spend a lot more money on the printer upfront, receive a higher quality unit, and then save a ton of money on ink and ink refills. According to Epson, the printer comes with 2 years worth of ink included. Okay, let's get started.
Thankfully it's not damaged. Manuals. I flipped it over to make getting it out easier. And what do we have? Plenty of ink. And one of them's pink. Let's get these little blue things off of here. Better. Unpack, fill ink tanks. Warning, keep ink bottles out of reach of children. And do not drink the ink. Maybe this has to go up. Oh, there it is. System or something. There it is. Oh, look, there's the seal. BK ink bottle. Hold the ink bottle upright and slowly turn the bottle cap to remove it. You know, I appreciate the fact that they have these in these sealed packs just in case the bottles leak. There's our Epson 502 BK black. Actually, we're supposed to shake it. Insert the ink bottle into the filling port as shown below. Wait for the ink to fill the tank. Do not squeeze the bottle. Ink flows into the tank and stops automatically when the tank is filled to the proper line. Oh, that's kind of cool. Connect the power cord to the back of the product and then to an electrical outlet. All right, let's do that. Okay, so it's a standard AC power cord. Let's go ahead and get this thing in. To turn on the product. So let's get this silly looking thing off. And let us raise the control panel unit. Here's some more tape. They really put a lot of tape in this. I actually appreciate the fact that they did. And let's get this thing off of here. Let's give it a power up. Press up or down to select your language on the LCD screen, then press the OK button. So we're already on English, so I'm just gonna hit OK. When the message to see the Start Here sheet appears on the LCD screen, press the OK button. On the next screen, press and hold the question mark help button for 3 seconds. Question mark for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Start initialization. Confirm that tanks are filled with ink. When the message to start initialization appears on the LCD screen, press the start button to start charging the ink. Ink charging takes approximately 10 minutes. A message appears when ink charging is complete. Press the OK button to continue. And there's a caution here. The caution says, do not turn off the product, raise the scanner unit, or load paper while the product is charging, or you'll waste ink. Note, the included ink bottles are designed for reliable printer setup and cannot be resold. After setup, the remaining ink is available for printing.
Off camera, I went into the network settings. I selected my Wi-Fi network, typed in my password, and now I'm just waiting for the printer to log on.
Let's go ahead and print out the report, see what it says. It's probably going to show the IP address on the network and all that good stuff. There we are. The network is working correctly. We're ready to print off of our iPhone using AirPrint, so I'm just going to grab my picture here and push the little share up arrow. I'm going to come here, go to print, and select printer. No printer found. Wonderful. Oh, there it is. Epson Ecotank 2760 series. There. All right, we're gonna go ahead and hit print. Wow, this is truly edgeless. Look at that. There is no white border on this sheet of paper at all. And there is my selfie there. What is this? See? These little black ink marks just all over the place. It's very disappointing. I would really like to see if, I don't know, maybe this is a defective unit. Maybe it was kicked around thanks to Amazon. I don't know. It's very upsetting, actually. Alright guys, this is the final step. We're supposed to dump the remaining ink into the printer to replace the ink that was used during the charge process. Then we're supposed to go into the setup menu and reset the ink levels on the printer. I'm not going to do that because obviously this printer is damaged. I've reached out to Amazon. They sent us a second unit. We're going to go ahead and test that out today. If there's any problems with this second unit, I'm going to send it back to Amazon, and I'm going to order a Canon Ecotank printer, and I will probably not buy an Epson printer ever again.
Here, we're waiting for the new printer to be charged with ink. There's the first print report. Now let's line up the printer heads. We're supposed to pick the block that looks solid, meaning that the heads of the printer are lining up. However, looking at these blocks, you can see that none of them are solid, and that's what I don't like about this printer. It just doesn't seem to line up.
Supposed to see which one has no line. So there's an overlap there. There's an overlap, not really. Okay, no overlap. Number 5 seems to be the best one.
Everything's passing.
We're going to go ahead and top off the ink, which is the process we didn't get to finish on the other printer.
Now we have to select all of the tanks that we've filled up and reset the ink levels.
We're getting a security notification because this is actually a different printer by the same name as the old printer because we ordered a new unit. It's a good thing that Apple has that security built in. Let's continue. All right, this one doesn't have any black ink leaking anywhere, so it may be a keeper. Still a little bit. Oh, what is this here? What is this on the edge? Ink leakage right there. Let's try it one more time just to make sure it wasn't just a one-time thing.
Here's a print from the old printer. Interestingly enough, it didn't have the same problem. Let's print another one with the new printer.
Okay, we get less ink on the edges there. Still got some issues. I don't know if this is a very well-made product. I used to recommend this to people all the time. I thought it was the best. Epson was supposed to have the best quality. I just don't understand what's going on. I can see lines where the head is still not lined up even after the extensive process that we went through. See these white lines that are going across right here? These lines right here that are going across, this is because of the head not lining up correctly. And our alignment procedure should have corrected that. These little lines, there is no excuse for that in a brand new printer. There's just no excuse for that. It seems like some of the ink has bled through as well. Oh, there it is, leaking black ink again. You see these black spots here? That is not ink that has not dried. This is ink that actually leaks from the printer. Not even a $20 or $30 printer from Walmart would be leaving black ink marks in places that shouldn't have black ink. That's just inexcusable.
The color inks that come with this printer are dye-based, not pigment-based. This means that they're not going to be archival quality, and this also means that if you get a drop of water on your paper, the colors do have a tendency to run off. I'm a little upset that Epson decided to use dye-based ink rather than pigment-based ink. Surprisingly enough, the black ink is pigment-based ink. Why they didn't use pigment-based ink for all of the colors is beyond me. I'm assuming that it's just cheaper to pump out dye-based ink because pigment-based ink is usually double the price of dye-based ink. This is unreasonable at this price point. The printer doesn't support the 5 GHz network bands. It doesn't have an Ethernet port. The print heads are not alignable. And it's spewing ink all over the place. I'm sending this back over to Amazon and I'm getting a Canon Super Tank printer.
You like? You subscribe. Do now.